Well, good afternoon, and I thought today would be as good a day as any to embark on the 1959 Buick. I bought this car a couple of years ago, and thought maybe we'll have a quick look at it and see what we're up against. It's a pretty large project, so it's going to be something that's going to take place over the next several years, but I just thought today is as good a day as any, and let's have a quick look at this 1959 Buick LeSabre four-door hardtop, or flat top as they're known, and we'll kind of see what we're up against here. The car is a pretty nice original example, obviously very neglected and sat in a field for decades. No evidence when it was last driven, but I'm assuming probably sometime in the early 70s. So parked for 50 years outside, and definitely a little run down. Have a look under the hood here. When I bought the car, the original engine was already gone. Miles and I went to a wrecker and found this 364 last year and bought it, and just came home and kind of quickly bolted it in just to make the car complete. So I don't think we're going to start with this engine. I've got one inside that we'll be working on this winter, but nevertheless this will very likely provide some of the parts for the eventual finished project. Got a radiator here just lightly tossed in there, I guess. Looks like it had power steering originally. Originally it had dual exhaust. I've got the somewhat difficult to find dual exhaust manifolds in the trunk, which makes me think it might have had the 401 engine when it was new, but who knows. Largely original under the hood, not too butchered. We got most of the wiring harness. We've got all the suspension and brake lines and everything. It's all still there, so that's good. And the power steering pump is still hooked up to the box, and so none of that's been left open to the elements. Overall, not the worst thing, I don't think. As with all projects of this nature, the body is going to be the number one consideration. It's not terribly ruined like some of the cars we've done, so this actually will not be as bad of a job body-wise as some of them, but there's still a lot to do. I think I want to make this car kind of shiny, and we'll make this car nice. I'd like it to sit in the garage with the rest of the 50s spaceship cars, which I obviously am kind of fond of. So nice and complete anyway. The major expenses on the car are going to be the usual. The windshield's broken. That's a real shame. Between the windshield and the rubber, that's going to be expensive. Tires, exhausts, all the stuff that costs money. Let's have a look at some of the better and or worse features of this particular car. One of my favorite things about this car is it is original, so at least you're looking at what you got to actually work on. Nothing's hidden. This is all original paint, and pretty good. Very nice wheel arch in the back there. That's one of the parts you never look forward to doing. Good trunk floor, good trunk lid, I believe. Some few pieces in here. I don't know, somebody was fiddling with the car before I got it, but anyhow, they've partially dismantled the dashboard, but mostly the car is intact. The interior is mostly there, but it's dirty and rotten, and a lot of it's gonna have to go. Unfortunately, yeah, the headliner's got mice in, so we're gonna have to gut the entire car. Pretty decent fit on this side of the car still. And of course, my favorite thing about it is it's a four-door hardtop. We will see if we can salvage any of the upholstery. Obviously some of it's very badly damaged, and some of it's actually not too bad at all. We can see the dashboard is half dismantled, but the business end of it looks to be fairly intact. And yeah, just a tragedy that the windshield is broken, because that looks to have happened fairly recently before I bought the car, and just what a waste. Luckily, same windshield as a 59 Impala, so not going to be too hard to get, just expensive. The die cast pretty good, bumpers, I don't know if I got a better bumper. We're going to be having a look at the parts car in a second here. I did do a lot of thinking about which one of these cars I was going to tackle next. Part of the whole thing with this collection is building the cars that I just had to have when I was a kid. Like, I had the little Husky toy of this car and I just thought it was so cool with the fins on the back. Yeah, I'm about 10 years too young to remember these cars being on the road, so they were always very magical to me. And a 59 Buick, just with the spooky front end styling and stuff, a car that I dreamt of owning as a kid, so here's my chance. I love the flat top style, 2 years only, with the huge wraparound back glass. Really just such a fantastic machine. One of the things I thought we would do, because I don't have room in the shop for it right now, I still got to finish Laura's car and I got the SM going, but in order to keep this project moving and get it started, there's Venice. How's it going? Did you find the squirrel? I see you're barking like a crazy person over there. All right, she's out of here. So what I thought we could do is I will be working on the engine in the barn here. And for the body, one of the major problems on the body we can see is the back door on this side has been damaged at some point, and it looks to have been repaired or half reskinned, or some amount of crazy stuff has been done to it. It's very badly rusted out at the bottom there. Yeah, so a lot of rust there, and one of the major repairs to be done on the car. So I was kind of thinking, just to get the ball rolling, that we would start by let's repair this back door. I'll take it off the car and we'll repair it and put it back on the car, and just get the project moving, because that's one of the bigger jobs on the body. And then the front door doesn't look too bad. There's just a little bit of damage has been repaired and it's kind of falling off, and then we can move on to the fenders and so on. The trick of this whole thing, and what's going to make this all possible, is this. This is a 1959 Buick LeSabre 4-door sedan, and we're going to be using this as our parts car for the flat top project. This is not Miles's car. When I bought the flat top, it came with a 4-door sedan parts car, which Miles then kind of decided he had to have and rescue. So because it's so solid, I couldn't really argue. But we still needed another parts car, so I said, well, if you could find a parts car, then you can have the black sedan that was supposed to be the parts car originally. And wouldn't you know it, within a week or so he'd found this and brought it here, so that was just awesome. So now we're going to be able to salvage a lot of pieces off of this guy to restore both Miles's sedan and my hardtop. But the number one reason we're here today is, you can see, we've got the back door open, and this is a really nice straight door. So I'm going to try and get it off. And astute observers will notice this is a sedan door. So we're going to see what is involved in converting this door from a sedan door to a flat top door. Of course, the major difference is that there's a frame here and there's no frame on the hardtop. The glass is all different, but I'm very confident that the actual sheet metal is very similar. So hopefully not a big project, but we'll see. I'm pretty sure that it's easier to change this to a hardtop door than it is to repair all the damage, and you know, when we get up close, you'll see there's a lot of good reasons why I don't want to try and fix that door. So first thing, let's see if we can get this door off of here. I really don't want to try and drag this thing out of here. That would be a lot of extra work. Let's just see if we can do it. That'll be next. Okay, that's it. Great. Thanks, man. Okay.
Don't bust the window on this one. Huh?
That's the one we need the window.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. Don't bust the window on this one.
This is a regular contributor.
Same old shit.